Valdez. That's Valdez with an S.
A healthy weight, more energy, and smooth, regular bowel movements. Three things everyone strives for.
It's me, Chuck Norris. There's one really important thing we don't talk about enough. Our health. Achy joints, digestive issues, weight gain, and fatigue. We're told these are normal signs of aging. So working with the team of health experts, we came up with Morning Kick.
Morning Kick is a revolutionary formula combining 10 different supplements in one. Probiotics that help you lose weight, prebiotics for digestion, superfoods for muscles and joints, and several of the most powerful anti-aging supplements on earth. It'll help you feel youthful, energized, focused, and help manage stress.
Anybody can achieve great health regardless of their age.
Go to roundhouseprovisions.com. Use code CLEAN or text CLEAN to 511-511 and claim 40% off today.
Every purchase comes with our 90-day money-back guarantee.
Text CLEAN to 511-511. Morning Kick. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Message and data rates may apply. Paid for by Roundhouse Provisions.
Whatever happened to Tony Horton, the guy who created the revolutionary P90X?
2017, I was knocked down. A very rare type of shingles that went straight into my brain. My body was completely wasting away. I started researching everything related to building my muscle back again. That's when I learned about the potential of HMB plus vitamin D3 and what they can do when it comes to helping build new muscle.
So Tony developed high-impact protein by Power Life.
Just add 1 scoop of high-impact protein to a glass of water or your morning smoothie and enjoy the effects of that boss molecule and factory worker combination, reshaping your body each and every day. More energy, burn more fat, and probably drop a few pounds along the way.
High-impact protein by Power Life is a tasty once-a-day powder that comes in either whey or plant protein. Go to mypowerlife.com and use code ORGANIC to save 30%. Tony even offers a 90-day guarantee. Go to mypowerlife.com or text ORGANIC to 511-511 today.
All individuals are unique. Your results can and will vary. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Message and data rates may apply.
This is an urgent announcement for anyone that's $10,000 or more in debt. Before you make another minimum payment, you need to know there are special programs that can completely free you of your debt. Total Financial Freedom can help you become debt-free in months instead of years. Resolve your credit card debt, signature loans, department store cards, internet loans, and timeshares. Call Total Financial Freedom now at 800-832-2366 for a free consultation. For 17 years, Total Financial Freedom has helped thousands get out of debt. You can feel confident when calling because Total Financial Freedom is A+ rated by the Better Business Bureau. Battling for years and years, stuck in the endless cycle of minimum payments could take decades. You have the right to get your debt resolved and substantially reduce your monthly payments. Call Total Financial Freedom now at 800-832-2366. That's 800-832-2366. 800-832-2366. Not available in all states.
From the Airco AC Heating and Plumbing Studio, this is News Talk 820 WBAP, and now on FM at 93.3. America at Night with Rich Valdez.
And with Dom Giordano pinch hitting in for Rich tonight. Easy to get to me at 833-482-5337. Breaking down with some great people on here of where this goes next and exactly what happened today and what it means. And again, I thought Trump struck the right tone today coming out. There was no zeroing in on anything remotely triggering people towards Judge Merchan or the daughter or anything else. And I think the gag order is still in operation until after the sentencing, which is the great unknown now, July 11th. But this judge, here's how I would put it. Some of these jurors might have been, we believed, ready to duke it out over this since it's so nebulous what the second charge is. It's not even on the final jury paper that came out. But the judge boxed them in effectively enough here where they could go along with this and look themselves in the mirror and say, and you're going to hear this over the next 24 hours, they're going to say, look, I'm not a lawyer. There were 2 lawyers in there. Maybe they took charge of it, and they said, look at the judge's instructions. Look at what he's telling you to do. He's the arbiter of what the law is here. And based upon those things, we find enough to convict you. 55 pages of instructions. And under this dumb New York law, You're not able to take that into the jury room. That's the thing that's just mind-boggling. We saw this nonsense. That law has to be changed. But there was nothing on the final bill that said, what was the underlying, what's the second crime here? Don't you think America is to know, to call me Marcus, is that ridiculous? To ask what that was? It's not breaching the individual jurors. But did they say 444? I mean, what's a lie about that? That is novel. I mean, I've not practiced law, but I've studied it, went to law school, and I don't remember seeing cases like this. It is new. That doesn't mean that it's out of bounds automatically, but you have to question it. How can you vote on any other underlying crime and still be unanimous if you find some underlying crime to attach here? Does that seem logical? It does not. It doesn't pass that test, and that was the critical element here. All right, let's get in a couple more callers here at 833, the number 4, Valdez. Let's go to John in Burlington, Vermont. I'm sorry, Diane in Chicago, WGN. Hey, Diane, thanks for the wait. Go ahead.
Thank you, Don.
You're welcome.
I was reading, and I'm not finished with it. I get very detailed into things, and if I had been on that jury, there are so many convolutions and everything. Now, Cohen, he's full of remorse in his book that he wrote in prison in 2020. So he was bitter against Trump, but he was admitting to so many things. So it's like a roller coaster to read, and he's got even a sense of humor and everything, but it's accurate. He says he had permission to, he said, I had access to Trump's Twitter account and permission to post on his behalf, one of only 2 people with that privilege. I've been part of the brain trust coming up with juvenile taunts to O'Donnell, you know that, remember that, Rosie, and I was acutely aware of the childish impulse behind the insults. He was putting words in Trump's mouth and being very assertive when Trump he wanted Trump to run for president, and his interest in Trump was waning a little. He was sort of hobnobbing with Steve Wynn and Mark Cuban, he says in his book. And then he said, but you could see how he really got interested in the run for president. So then you get these deep state types. You get Roger Stone, who Trump called a pervert, and these people that he starts pushing toward Trump, wanting him to get interest in running. Now, at this time is a time when this thing with Pecker and all that was going on too. So the jury should have rightfully dissected more so the call with Pecker and all of that. This is very vague. Trump he was not really interested in running for president, so I don't think it was anything that he cared so much about the legal expense thing. It was
I get your motivation. Thank you. I don't know if they followed up on that, Diane, or not. That to her point, that how much was people like Cohen driving this? They saw an opportunity here. I'm not sure about that. I thought Trump wanted to run for president, but the Cohen book says things a little bit differently. It wouldn't be a night, though, unless I play you Rachel Maddow, guys. Here's Rachel Maddow on the Trump verdict, just to give you the other side. I'm living in my bubble here. I see it pretty clearly what happened here. But Rachel Maddow sees it differently.
This is a definitive and, this is an irreducible verdict. He can appeal. I'm sure he will appeal. But this is everything the prosecution asked for from a jury that, by all accounts, took this thing very, very seriously. We counted the deliberation hours down here. The test here for us as a country is not about what happens on appeal and is not about what happens in sentencing. The test for us now as a country is whether or not this former president and his allies will have succeeded in trying to undermine the rule of law so that people reject this as a legitimate function of the rule of law in our country. They have tried to delegitimize this judge. They have tried to delegitimize this court. They have tried to delegitimize these proceedings. They've even tried to delegitimize the laws that he was charged under. Those efforts are the test that we now have as a country. The people involved in bringing this case have been threatened and intimidated and had everything brought to bear on against them in a way that was designed to delegitimize this process in the eyes of the American people.
All right, so that's their side. So anytime you see the challenge here, Anybody ask Rachel Maddow, what's the line that's crossed here between challenging this? You're right, Rachel. When your liberty's at stake, the presidency's at stake. Anything you do, any challenge here to this progressive DA who's out of control is delegitimizing. Could it be that a guy who routinely lets guys with machetes out there in Times Square out after an attack like today, and yet comes up with this convoluted system to snare a former president, that might not be legitimate. Is it legitimate? The number of people that have attacked people that are back on the streets of New York within hours, is that a legitimate system? Right away, the legitimacy argument. If you argue against what they have set into motion, because they set it into motion, it's not legitimate. More calls coming up. Dom Giordano, sitting in for Rich Valdez.
This is America at Night with Rich Valdez.
Whatever happened to Tony Ford, the guy who created the revolutionary P90X?
2017, I was knocked down. A very rare type of shingles that went straight into my brain. My body was completely wasting away. I started researching everything related to building my muscle back again. That's when I learned about the potential of HAAT plus vitamin D3 and what they can do when it comes to helping build new muscle.
So Tony developed high-impact protein by Power Life.
Just add one scoop of high-impact protein to a glass of water or your morning smooth and enjoy the effects of that boss molecule and factory worker combination, reshaping your body each and every day. More energy, burn more fat, and probably drop a few pounds along the way.
High-impact protein by Power Life is a tasty once-a-day powder that comes in either whey or plant protein. Go to mypowerlife.com and use code ORGANIC to save 30%. Tony even offers a 90-day guarantee. Go to mypowerlife.com or text ORGANIC to 511-511 today.
All individuals are unique. Your results can and will vary. These statements have not been evaluated by the FDA. This product is not intended to diagnose, treat, cure, or prevent any disease. Message and data rates may apply.
Are you having trouble hearing? Hearing loss can devastate the quality of your life. Now, there's an affordable fix for you or your loved one. Rated in the best hearing aids of 2024 by USA Today, Audion Hearing has the highest quality hearing aids at the lowest prices. Just $189.
I actually like them better than my old $5,000 hearing aids.
I could not believe how my hearing and life changed.
Join over 500,000 happy customers by going to audionhearing.com. That's AUDIEN hearing.com.
Hey, John, why so glum?
I just got let go. The company's downsizing. This is the third time in the last 2 years. I'm done with this.
Have you thought about My Computer Career? I've heard they can train you for a career in IT in just a few months, including cybersecurity and the basics of AI. And you don't need prior training or experience. Now that's a recession-resistant career.
Wow, thanks. I'll check them out.
Go to mycomputercareer.edu and take the free career evaluation. mycomputercareer.edu. Financial aid is available for qualified students, including the GI Bill.
A healthy weight, more energy, and smooth, regular bowel movements. 3 things everyone strives for.
It's me, Chuck Norris. There's one really important thing we don't talk about enough. Our health. Achy joints, digestive issues, weight gain, and fatigue. We're told these are normal signs of aging. So working with the team of health experts, we came up with Morning Kick.
Morning Kick is a revolutionary formula combining 10 different supplements in one. Probiotics that help you lose weight. Prebiotics for digestion. Superfoods for muscles and joints. And several of the most powerful anti-aging supplements on earth. It'll help you feel youthful, energized, focused, and help manage stress.
Anybody can achieve great health regardless of their age.
Go to roundhouseprovisions.com. Use code CLEAN or text CLEAN to 511-511 and claim 40% off today.
Every purchase comes with our 90-day money-back guarantee.
Text CLEAN to 511-511. Morning Kick.